Okay, relationships. I look at the male female dynamics in relationships where people have trouble with trying to have a meeting of the minds, come to some common ground where relationships can last. There are so many dynamics today in relationships. You have this free society where they go with whatever they interested at the time or was interested in them, male, female, or whatever the person wants to be labeled at the time. There are some traditional people with all I want is somebody for physical companionship and work. You have people that are only temporary. You have pay-go relationships, as long as you're paying them, going along with it. You have so many. You got the, okay, you what I need for my status, my look, my post, or whatever. Relationships. You have so many dynamics in relationships that it's hard to find people that are truly solid. You got people who are living off inheritance or financial investments where they don't need any type of business of a relationship. Now, don't get it twisted. The Clintons made it very clear, and they understand the business of staying together. I'll leave them alone. But one thing for sure, they didn't separate. They still together, and they support each other. So whatever their dynamics are in their relationship, you have so many different relationships that are not rooted and grounded in love. And I even look at biblical relationship values and just wonder who does that anymore. Like, seriously, like, who does that anymore? Especially the '40 and under generation. You know, I look at some people who are so broken that they have some major trust issues, and it's crazy when your foundation was never solid from the beginning. You never had a solid foundation. You never knew anything that was decent and solid and trustworthy, and like your whole life was brought up in stuff that wasn't peaceful in terms of relationships, whether parenting, divorcing, arguing, cheating, backstabbing, hateful, spiteful energy, just so many different things that come up in the dynamics of two people trying to relate and raise kids. Overprotective parents that do so much for the kids that the kids have no understanding of what it takes to get things done outside of just, oh, I can pay somebody to do it, and I can change up whatever in the middle of the process and think that's okay, and waste somebody's time and money when they're trying to work for you. So raise some males who never grow to be a man because they were never allowed to be. They were never encouraged to be. And every time they try and step out to be a man, they shot down, emasculated, cut down, not encouraged, not helped, or sometimes just doing nothing at all. But it's crazy how we say we love people, and what does that mean? Like, what does that mean when I say I love you? It sure don't mean commitment. That don't mean commitment these days. I mean, 1 Corinthians 13, Ephesians 4, those supposed to be definitions of love, but like, I even look at people raising their kids these days, and they have bonds with their children, but a lot of people just don't know how to love their children. Don't know how to allow another parent that they're not with to parent, even with differences, without taking on the court every chance you get. These elite mindsets, and it's crazy how so many people got this new money, and you know, it's so much control. You try and give a person, you try and give them all, you try and give them everything, and they still want more. They want it all. And you wonder why some people don't want to be around their kids no more, because it's like, I don't want to have to deal with you. I don't want to have to deal with you. So I'd rather just have some peace of mind, not worry about my kid, and just not deal with you. Man, I never thought I would understand that. I never thought I would understand that. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my children. But dealing with a certain situation, I'm just like, wow. A person can only take so much. One thing I recognize, you can't judge somebody without experiencing what they've understood, what they've had to go through, the things that they've done, the sacrifices that they made, and still get shot down left and right over little stuff. And, you know, goes back to that brokenness, you know, because of what happened to that particular person as a child, that they're trying to broadcast stuff, even though you broke so many curses on their life, they don't forget the negative stuff. And it's amazing how you can do 100 things right, but you do 2 things wrong, you ain't nothing. Part of me want to pull out ratchet side and just really say it like I want to say it. But I guess this is not that type of broadcast. Yeah, I want to say it. But anyway, moving on. So I recognize the best you can do is the best you can do, and you got to be at peace with that. Whether it's your kids, trying to be with a mate, the best you can do is the best you can do until better inspires you to improve. What do I mean when I say that? Sometimes you get the right spark or the right idea or the right energy to say, there's got to be better than this. It's just got to be better than this. It's just got to be better than this. And when you get your mind made up that it's got to be better than this, you'll find better than this. You'll find better. But you won't find better staying the same. The biblical principles of love, if both parties apply them, will keep people enjoy and happy for the rest of their lives. Like I said, enjoy. You can fall in love with the future, looking forward to better times, enjoy. And you can be happy, content at the right now, in that moment. One thing I will say, it's hard to look forward to better when you got somebody steadily riding down your throat on everything. Like, just, you can't do nothing right. And their mistakes, they don't want to take responsibility for their mistakes. And you doing one thing, then they ask you 5 more things to do while you trying to focus. And you tell them you're trying to focus on one thing. And you done been through this merry-go-round like 20 times already, but all they want is the old merry-go-round. All they want is the negativity. All they want is keep their mind stuck in the past about, oh, it's gonna happen, and then you had the self-fulfilling prophecy, and you make it happen. And at some point, you gotta recognize it's just time to let people go who's stuck in that stupidness, because you know better. But you're gonna do it anyway. One thing I recognize, I have no time for people who don't want to grow. I just have no patience for it no more. You don't want to grow? Hey, stay over there. You want to keep pushing somebody down? Keep, exercising whatever bravado or swag or what am I trying to say? Intimidation, or feel like you got it like that over somebody. Bully tactics, whatever you want to call it. You want to keep exercising that, exercise that by yourself. I'm not with it. And I just pray people find somebody that gets them, that understands them, that respects them. And it's amazing, many people stay in tribes, men and women. They got their support system. A lot of guys that I know have their own circle, and it's small. And a lot of guys that I know, they're doers. They take care of themselves. They don't sit around here waiting for somebody to do something for them. And I know a lot of circles of women that's their community, and they help support each other. A lot of guys, it ain't like that too much. And that's why some people, they give up. They take themselves out 6 feet under, or become a zombie, just going through life with no real joy. It's out here, and it's all a part of this broken world. And if you don't have some God center, and I even wonder, like, how much God even talks to some people who claim to be God-fearing, when it's like they only hear God in certain areas of their life. Work-related, financial motivated, maybe with their kids. It's like, are you in a relationship with God enough to allow Him to talk to you about these things? And I'm gonna tell you, like, straight up, sometimes God, I'm like, I ain't hearing you on no relationship stuff. I'm not hearing you about this situation because of hurt, because of brokenness. And especially when you feel like you did what God said and you got hurt doing it. And I'm not trying to sit up here and cry a river about some stuff that happened in the past, but things happen that make you not want to listen. But at the same time, it's like when you're in a relationship and supposed to be of this indoctrination and trying to better the situation. It's like, are you listening in that moment? Or is it, I got this area, God? Or it ain't even about you got it. You just so numb in that area that you couldn't hear even if it was yelled at you. So I'm just wondering, like, sincerely, like, what hope do we have with these relationships? I'm looking for answers. Because a lot of folks that's married, they stay married because they done been through to the other side. And a lot of folks that's not married, it's like, especially folks who done been through the ringer, a lot of folks just one foot in and one foot out. Like, I'm out. Are we good? I don't know if I want to be back. I don't know if I want to be. But you gotta live with you. You gotta look in your mirror. You gotta see yourself as you alone. Or you ain't got to. You can keep going around numb. And dumb mean you can't learn. Numb means you insensitive. You don't, things touch you and you don't feel it. But hey, what's the point of this message? Like, sincerely, what's the point of this message if no change is gonna come about, even with myself? So I look in the mirror every day and take steps toward being the change I want to be, even that change means that ain't what I want. So let me stop wasting my time. Y'all have a good one.